Hello everyone, so now we're gonna go back to unit number 12, section B, C. We are finishing unit number 12, and we're gonna have, that's good point. And we have, do you do any of these activities when you travel? How could these activities affect the environment? We have bicycling, camping, hiking, kayaking, snorkeling, viewing wildlife. Let's gonna now listen to the conversation. Where does Daniela want to stay on vacation, and then practice the conversation? Let's gonna listen and pay attention and look to the phrases that are meaningful.
Lesson B. That's a good point. Page 116. Exercise 1. Interactions, opinions. Part B.
Where are you going on vacation?
Maybe to this eco-friendly resort.
What do you mean, eco-friendly?
Well, it combines ecotourism and helping the local community. It's important to be responsible when you travel, don't you think?
That's a good point.
So, this place looks good. They're trying to conserve water, and they want you to purchase handmade objects from the local businesses.
Do you know who owns it?
I have no idea. Why do you ask?
Well, some eco-resorts are owned by big companies, so the money they make doesn't help the local community very much.
I don't see it that way. Eco-resorts give jobs to local people and help raise environmental awareness, no matter who owns them.
And now let's gonna find out the missing expressions of the supporting an opinion and not supporting an opinion. Let's gonna find it out. Okay, we're gonna do this. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay. Alright, let's gonna check them out. So, here we go. Supporting an opinion, we had, that's a good point. Not supporting an opinion, I don't see it that way. And, well, the other phrases, I see what you mean. You make a very good point. I see a little differently. Actually, I have different opinion. All right. Now let's gonna go to the next part, and it's listening practice. We're gonna have case for tap water. Okay, tap water is when the water it's not cold, it's ambient water. We can say it like this. And listen to the conversation between Eric and Mandy about bottled water. Number the pictures from 1 to 4. And you can re-listen again and answer the missing blanks here. We're going to complete the sentence with the correct numbers here. Okay, so now let's gonna play it.
Page 117. Exercise 2. Listening. A case for tap water?
Eric, want some water? I have an extra bottle here.
Oh, hi, Mandy. No thanks. I've stopped drinking bottled water. I read this blog and decided I'd just drink regular tap water from now on.
But doesn't tap water have a lot of bad chemicals in it?
Yes, in some places it's better to drink bottled water, but around here it's perfectly safe to drink tap water. Here, let me just find that blog. It lists some interesting information. Here, it says Americans spend more than $15 billion a year on bottled water. That's a lot of money. And look, more than 25% of the bottled water is really just tap water. So you're paying for water you could get for free.
That's a good point.
And people are drinking 10% more bottled water every year. That's not good for the environment. Making the bottles causes pollution. It uses 3 times the amount of water in the bottle.
That's crazy.
And listen to this. The energy that's being used to make the plastic bottles is equal to 50 million barrels of oil. That's enough to drive 3 million cars a year.
Wow. Does it say anything about recycling?
Let me see. Yes. Here. Americans buy 28 billion bottles of water a year, but only 20% of these are being recycled. You know, in some places you pay extra for the bottles.
Yeah, but you can return the bottle and get your money back.
True. And in those places, between 65 and 95% of the bottles are returned.
Well, that's good. You know, I've always thought bottled water was kind of expensive, but tap water costs money too.
I see what you mean. But it says here that it only costs 0.002 cents a gallon for the tap water in your home.
That's so cheap.
Bottled water can actually cost as much as gasoline.
Well, you're pretty convincing. I guess I've never really thought about it much.
Alright, so now after listening to the track, let's gonna order the pictures. So this was the order that we're talking about. Tap water, when it comes directly from the ambient, from your water service. Yeah, sometimes it could be risky depending on the section that you live. And listen again, complete the sentences. So once again, here are the numbers that they were mentioning here. Okay, so if you have all correct, congratulations. It means that you have a very advanced ability in listening. Now let's gonna continue to the next part. We're gonna have here speaking, seeing both sides. So we have the opinions you agree with, then compare and discuss. This is the other activity. That will be activity number 2. I want you to post which statements do you agree, okay? Which statements do you agree with? Okay. Now, after reading them, we have school should be required to serve only healthy food. Kids at school should be free to eat whatever food they want. Rich countries have to pay more to fight climate change. Every country has to pay more to fight climate change. The worst kind of pollution is air pollution. The worst kind of pollution is water pollution. And the worst kind of pollution is land pollution. Alright, so I want you to check which statements you are agree with, and I want you to put support ideas, support why you disagree or why you agree with this statement. And now we will start section C, my community. Community improvement. Complete the sentences, then listen and check your answers. We're gonna check them out. You can pause the video in this moment and read them carefully. Now we're gonna play the recording and then you can answer them in this moment. Okay, so we're gonna play the recording and here we go.
Lesson C. My Community. Page 118. Exercise 1. Vocabulary. Community improvement. 1.
A beautification project makes a community A. More attractive.
2.
At a community garden, people B. Grow vegetables or flowers.
3.
At an employment center, people can get A. Job information.
4.
At a health clinic, people can get medical B. Help.
5.
With a neighborhood watch, neighbors try to limit A. Crime.
6.
A public library is used by B. Everyone.
7.
A recreation center is a place to B. Play sports or games.
8.
A recycling center is a place to A. Take used materials.
Alright, now let's gonna check the answers. Here we go. A, B, A, B, A, B, B, A. Perfect. Now, after looking to the vocabulary here, we're gonna continue with the next conversation. In the next conversation, we can see a better place to live. It's the topic. We have an interviewer, Mr. Brown. Let's gonna see what they're talking about. And who will recreation center help? Okay, so let's play it.
Page 118. Exercise 2. Conversation. A better place to live. Part A.
Hi, I'm with the Community Improvement Board.
Great. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you. As you know, we no longer have a community garden because of a lack of interest. Would you want to build a recreation center instead?
That's a good idea. We should build one so teens have a place to go.
Okay. Now, although we have a neighborhood watch, there's still crime. So we're planning on putting video cameras on streetlights.
Great. There goes our privacy.
So you wouldn't support these cameras?
Alright, so to the first question, this is our answer. A recreation center will help teens. Then listen to the rest of the conversation. Which community improvement would Mr. Brown support? Which one wouldn't he support? Okay, now let's gonna check the...
Part B.
No, and I'll tell you why. Although videos may reduce crime, I don't want to have cameras watching me all the time. They're fine in banks and stores, but not in neighborhoods like ours.
All right. I'll make a note of that. Well, what community improvements would you like to see in the neighborhood?
Let's see. You know, there's a lot of litter in the park. There are signs that say no littering, but they don't stop people from littering. There should be more garbage cans in the park.
I see what you mean. Well, okay. Thanks for your help.
Now we're gonna go to the next section, which is linking words. We have here reason, result, contrast, condition, and purpose. So the examples are the next one. We use it. It's really important using linking words. Then we can support our ideas. We have a reason. We no longer have community garden because of a lack of interest. Result, there's still crime, so we are planning to install video cameras. Contrast, although we have a neighborhood watch, comma, there is still crime. It's important to add commas. Condition, teens will have a place to go if we build a recreation center. Purpose, we should build a recreation center so teens have a place to go, or so that teens have a place to go. Now let's gonna do the next exercise. You can write it down on your notebook. You can write it and here in a post-it, whatever you want, and then try to answer it with me. Even reading it or on your head. No, try to practice and look to the definitions or the use of each of these linking words used. Okay, now it's time to pause the video and let's see the answers. And here we go. Okay, we're gonna show the answer. So the number one is the city stopped all beautification projects because of a lack of money. Second, why don't you visit the employment center if you need a job? Let's go to the public library so that we can borrow some books. 4, I'm not feeling well, so I'm going to go to the health clinic. 5, although we have a community garden, few people know about it. Crime in our community is down because of the neighborhood watch. Okay, so that is of the practice. Now let's continue in the next section is pronunciation. You know, pronunciation is really important too. Rise, falling, and low falling tones. Okay, let's gonna pay attention to the accurate pronunciation of these intonations. So let's gonna check them out together.
Page 119. Exercise 4. Pronunciation. Rise falling and low falling tones.
I'm with the community board.
Great. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
We're putting in video cameras.
Great. There goes our privacy.
Perfect. Now we look to the intonation, the rising and going down. No, so you can listen great and great. No, there's a rise and down, and this is just coming down. Okay, then speaking quality of life. How can you improve the quality of life of these people in your community? Share your ideas. Okay, so for this third activity, I want you to write down some of your ideas how to help these people. Okay, I need you to use the supporting supporting or linking words. Then you can support your ideas, your arguments. So we're gonna check them here again. So we have a reason, result, contrast, condition, and purpose. That will be like our last activity. And then the next section and last, it's about getting involved. It's a reading part. Also, it's an important skill. So what we need to do is what are some of the challenges young people face today? And we're gonna read the article according to Dr. Abru. How can orchestra training help with the problems that children, poor neighborhoods face? We have El Sistema social change through music. Okay, well, let's gonna pause the video here. Maybe you will need to make like a zoom in this part of the video. Let's gonna try to do the best zoom, and maybe you have to do some settings in the quality, to read this. Okay, so reading comprehension, it's an important ability. Don't skip it up. Okay, now we're gonna stop in this moment and try to answer the next exercises. Okay, so the first part, it says part B, it says they are at risk of losing their lives to drug and crime. And then the next part is section C. Read the article again, answer the next questions. Why did this Dr. Aru start El Sistema? So here are the answers, To do something about the poverty, violence, and hopelessness that many children experience in his home nation of Venezuela. Then, what does playing music together help children to do? So it gives children a sense of community and helps them learn to live in harmony with others. How much time do students study each day? 3 to 4 hours every day. Then who may join El Sistema program? Any child who wants to participate and work hard. And the last one, what skills is El Sistema helping to build? Creative and leadership skills. And that's it of unit number 12, students book section. We're going to continue to our practice activities, and that will be pretty much it to it. Have a good one. Take care.